Good morning, Higher Hope. This is Monday, May 18th. We've been doing this for a while. I don't know, it seems like weeks, months. I've lost track of when we started, but I still want to keep checking in and just giving you some things to think about, to pray about. And this week, what I want to do, and this is maybe one of my favorite things to talk about. There's a lot of them that I like to talk about, but this is one of my favorites. Is I'm going to give you each day five, we might do this for a couple weeks, five things that just wow me, amaze me. Five things for me that give evidence to who God is, that He is God. Five things that how can you believe that's an accident? How do you believe that evolution in its strictest form, without God, without a creator, just by chance happened? This happened, and I just believe that if you look around, just in the small details and also the large details of our world and of what's happening, how can we not believe that there is a God? How do we base our whole education system on evolution when we look around and see God in so many places? And so I want to give you five things that wow me. Maybe we'll go into 10 because there is so many. The first one that I want to talk about is this thing that we have bird feeders at our house, and we love, most of us at least love to sit there and just watch the birds fly. We have about four or five bird feeders, and there's different birds and different ways that they fly, different things that they hunger for, and then even at church sometimes we had a sign before the building came there, and on top of that sign would sit a hawk, and I'd love to watch that hawk, and there's so many different kinds of birds, and so many birds, even at my house, just seeing so many fly in and fly out, and I wonder, what wows me about birds, and this may seem stupid or simple, is that they can fly. Like, I just think about how long and hard it took for man to figure out the science, and how much science there is to flight, to an airplane, to a helicopter, to get something off the ground, to defy gravity, to lift up and just kind of glide through the sky. And I wonder, how is it possible that this such deep science of flight and such amazement would happen by chance? I can't see it. I see the beauty in it. I see the amazement in me of seeing these things fly and just hang there and be in trees and go from tree to tree. But for it to happen, for something to the survival of the fittest, that somehow one day wings grew on them, and they had all the science of flight in those wings, and they even had the thought of, hey, why do I fly? Of these birds is crazy, but it's a better opportunity, a better chance to be wowed by the fact that God God has so creative, and He wows in so many ways that He created animals, many different colors and sounds and shapes, and even different ways they fly. He created all of those for our enjoyment, for our delight, and He is a God of diversity, and He is a God of science, and He can break down science into these, not by chance that one thing was born and all of a sudden they can fly, but by this kind of creative order and act that God designed these beautiful creatures to wow us. I sit there and I'm amazed at just watching them, and they actually, to tell you the truth, some lead me to worship of the great God, of the God who created. That somehow God in His creativity said, why don't I make things that fly? And just go from tree to tree. And I know that's only one piece, and I know there'll be people that watch this or think, oh, well, that's such a stupid thing. But the complexity of flight in a simple bird is just something that can't be by accident in my mind. And I want to stand back at these things and be wowed. I love science for that very reason, because it wows us about what God can do and is doing, and how God has designed so many different things. And I hope that when you watch the birds, it leads you to God, because I think that's what it was put there for. We don't know where they come from necessarily. We don't know where their nests are, and yet when they come over to our bird feeders, they can wow us.